Hey guys, it's Narrative Tarot. I'm here with like probably the last video. Whoo, y'all don't need to see the back. With the basically the last video I think I'm doing this week. It's gotta be because like I don't have any more time to like do this stuff. It's Sunday. The rest of the week I'm doing other shit. So, all right. So this is a deck purchase that I made. Just but it's a deck that I have kind of been eyeing and circling. I'm trying to like wrangle and rustle all the decks that I really feel called to, which is like 30 of them, which is kind of bad. But the good part is like I'm trying to get rid of like other shit. So you know what I'm saying? Like, you bring something in, you take shit out, and I've kind of just accepted that, you know, tarot books and more broadly like art kind of things, and then that's basically it. Maybe perfume or like my big things, clothes, shoes. Like fuck that shit. I can wear like 3 pairs of pants, 1 pair of shoes for like the next year. Universe, don't try it, don't try it. They were like, really, bitch? Okay. This is all you get to wear. But I've been buying new decks just because I want different perspectives. I like art, so I like to just go through, look at different art. I am getting in the phase where I'm trying to ground more energy, so I'll probably be taking a few like short courses or finding some books or something like that. Book club, child. We're gonna try and get through that codependency book because I really liked it. I did read like chapter 2, whatever, but like I think I gotta like reread it because I don't remember what the fuck went on in there. But it's not about that stuff. But those are things that are coming up. So to make up for me not doing monthlies. Anyway, so the deck that I want to show you guys is the Affirmators. Is it called that? Affirmators? I don't know because I want to say affirmations, but that's not what it is. So this is what it looks like, the cover or the case. It like opens like this. So yeah, it opens like that. Nice. This is what the back looks like. If you live in the US, I mean, I got this at Barnes and Noble. You could probably get it on Amazon or eBay, but like check like Marshalls, TJ Maxx, like check those, because like I saw this and I saw the illuminated tarot as well there, and it's like $13 there, as opposed to like this is like 23 and then like 15% off with the Barnes and Noble thing, but like check there first. I just happened to be there and I wanted like something to drink as well, and I was like, well, I don't feel like traveling all the way down the street. I'll just buy it here. So yeah, so you do get a guidebook, right? And yeah, it's like looks like that. I have yet to read this, but each little section is like a paragraph. So if you're into like deep dive shit, like maybe not, like So this is the person I guess who created it, or the author. Yeah, and so that's what it looks like. About a paragraph for each, and then it has like an affirmation. So there's that. For people who want the guidebook, it does come with that, unless you get a fake, because child, that shit's all over the internet, fake ass shit. Anyway, then this is the back, so it tells you what the tarot is. It has like, what is this? Not gilding, it's not that. It's a gold reliefing or something like that. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, it looks like that. So it's reversible. Yeah. You know how bitches are with like the reversible and the gilding and stuff. Somebody probably gonna get on here like, what you say? Nothing. So this is what it looks like. I have yet to like shuffle it, so I'm just gonna like show some cards. So this is what the cups look like. So it's different like shades of blue in the same, you know, but each suit has kind of a different color. So this is a non-human deck. So like for the Queen of Cups, there's a mermaid. So I don't think there's any humans in this, which is like good. So if you like the wild unknown or like decks that don't have humans, then you probably will like this. And I know people are like, this is such a childish deck to like fucking get. But like, what, because they're like, what, anthropomorphic, I guess you would say. So animal and like fantastical creatures, mythological creatures. And then like the majors. But yeah, I like it. And you know what I got with this deck? I didn't get like anything serious. I really feel like this card should have been an evil teddy bear, but I get it because like, yeah. And then also like goats and like rams and sheep's eyes like freak me the fuck out. So like I'm actually kind of like, this is actually kind of scary. It's scaring the shit out of me because I actually like find their eyes like so scary. I'm like, how are they seeing? What are they looking at? Where are their eyes? Same thing with like octopus. I'm just like, how the fuck are you seeing? How do you see the world? I'm like so fascinated by shit like that. Like eyes, like in general, are fascinating to me. Anyway, but this is what the deck looks like. Each suit has like a different color scheme, and the majors have their own thing going on. What I found this deck good for, because I was debating, because I was like, this deck ain't gonna be shit. You know, because sometimes decks will surprise you because they'll be like really like they'll catch you and you'll resonate. This deck isn't something that resonated with me, but it was interesting enough. It's one of those decks that got you because it was interesting enough. So when I was looking at this, yes, I got childhood. You could like introduce tarot to your children with this, like on a most basic level. Oh, there's like a human. There you go. There's like one human. So if you're interested in conservatorship of the earth, you might like this. That's something that just came through. If the human is the world, then we are conservators of the world, and we, as the most evolved beings, should be willing to be that. Anyway, so I got childhood dreams, which is something that I got from the Insight Tarot. I guess I'll link it. I never link the shit. I'm always like, I'll link it, and then like you guys be like, where's the link? But the Insight Tarot, I was talking about like dreams and shit like that. And then another one is like what your dreams are, not like interpreting dreams, but what your dreams are, like your childhood dreams you let go of, or like lost your way or some shit. And then another thing I got was like the lessons that your children are going to teach you. So like baby stuff, like things that help you prepare to be like a parent, specifically if you're one that like needs a lot of nurturing and reassurance of you being a parent. Like this is probably that deck for you. So kind of like what your child is going to teach you, why they're incarnating. You may be able to get like baby names from this and stuff like that, but I felt like it was more like reassuring the person who wants a child that you can have a child, or that your child is coming, and they're really honed in on you as a parent and why you as a parent have been chosen, or you have been chosen to be their parent. Like this kind of deck, you know what I'm saying? And you can just like focus on it and things like that. So it's actually pretty deep. It's pretty deep. and you probably could do a lot of healing work. I think you would get this deck, child, don't say this, not for me, y'all, but when you're on the precipice of wanting to be like a parent, wanting to be a wanting to be a parent, and or having like relationships with children that are in a positive way. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can't relate to children, or like you feel awkward around children, and that it doesn't come natural to you, like something about like inner child healing and being around children as a way of healing. Not like you gotta say stuff like this, but not on some weird shit. People, but inner child healing and relating to children and being childlike and fun and open and free, and observing children and how they're resilient, emotionally resilient, which is something that like adults actually are not. We're not nearly as emotionally resilient as children are, and that's something else that's coming out. So watching children, observing children, how they're resilient, how they face the world, kind of going back to how you faced the world when you were a child, and undoing some of those blockages that stem from like further back that maybe like a Rider Waite wouldn't acknowledge. Because to me, a Rider Waite, RWS, Rider Waite Smith, whatever, deck is actually, it's a straightforward deck, but it's actually a deck that I find works for like older people, or like older circumstances, or you being older looking back on stuff. This one is like, it puts you in the position, I feel like it's easier to connect with this than that, on the basis of trying to do childhood, inner child kind of work. So if you're interested in having children but you need reassurance, you might want to pick this deck up and do some work with it, or find like an image online of one of the cards, and like meditate on it and write a journal, or write a letter to your younger self or something like that. That's kind of what I feel. But I think it's definitely a reassurance for people who want to be parents. And even if you're like a pet parent, you know what I'm saying? Like a mom, a cat mom, a dog dad, or a ferret couple, ferret parents or something like that. Because there was like this lady I watched. She is called The Spiritual Journal, The Spiritual Social, The Social Spiritual, something like this. Her name is Lexi. Well, I think it's Alexandra, but like it's like Lexi on YouTube. And she was like on her blog, she was talking about how her like cat like pissed her off or something like that. But then she had to like re-examine like the shadow stuff, and like parenting modes, and like inner child shit, and how pets can teach you that stuff. So if you're interested in that inner child healing, then yeah, pick this up. And I do think when you work through those blocks, I know I'm pretty awkward around children, which kind of like deterred me from having them. The funny thing is when you talk to people who are parents, they only like their kids. It's so funny. They only like their kids, or they only relate to their kids. They can't really relate to other kids. But I'm such a childlike kind of person as a Leo moon, but I find it hard to connect with children and younger children. I feel like I'm always like staring at them and they're staring at me, and I'm like, how could I ever be a parent? Like, I can't do anything. But I feel like, yeah, this is like one of those decks that helps you. So I'll probably be crying in the bathtub about shit related to this. I don't see this as going deep and like uprooting. I don't really, it's the gateway to uprooting maybe like childhood trauma, on a more serious tip. But this one would be probably more of like the Jupiterian aspect in a positive way, not necessarily, because I feel Neptune with this, like the Tarot de Fuego, but you have to be clear. I'm feeling it with this deck, because this deck will go left. I feel like if you put another deck next to it, certain decks will activate the Neptunian aspect of it, and I don't know if the Neptunian aspect of this is on the positive or the more evolved, and I think it's on the devolving. I think if your Jupiter is like ascending, as in it's evolving and you're like expansive, then I think the Neptunian part will help you relive your visions and expand that. But if there you have really wounded Jupiterian, meaning you don't see blessings, or like you could be possibly like really arrogant or like unaware, then the Neptunian aspects that are linked to more like escapist kind of ventures and ways of being might show up in this, and then it actually might hinder your ability to interpret, which is something that could happen, I guess, if you're young, because you're not at the full capacity of processing as an adult, supposedly. And you know how in our journeys, certain things stick with us forever and it can take like years before we are able to undo it. That's kind of what's coming through. This is like really powerful. What the fuck? So, yeah. So, yeah, this is that. Damn, this deck is heavy. Like, I'm just saying. You know, you're like, yeah, rawr, like, you know, not like my mom never loved me type shit, like, damn, like, but yeah. See, that's how certain decks get you. They be looking like, oh, like, hey, we got teddy bears over here. And then you get it, and then you, like, bust out crying because, like, you just remember when, like, you got left at the mall by your parents, and then you tried to call them, and they didn't know you, or something like that. That never happened to me. One of y'all probably was out there, got left, and you still hot about that. Go ahead and heal. All right, I'm going to talk to you guys later. Bye.